Morning. It's Monday, it's the 7th of April. I'm boiling hot. I've just done some exercise and I'm put my makeup on over a red face. It's never a good thing. I've got water. We're all good. I've written a blog this week. That's what I'm about to say. I write a blog every week, but this one, it's the long ramble where it's like one topic, not just a weekly update. And I've written about AI, which is kind of one of those things that we use all over the place and it can be great, but then sometimes it comes along in other ways and you go, oh, not sure about that. And there's a bit of a backlash at the moment with writers trying to defend or rather protect their intellectual property from being used without their consent to train AI engines. So I've written about that this week. I'm realising, obviously, the hypocrisy involved when you start to drill down, because the protest last week that the Society of Authors held was targeted at Meta, and I'll be posting this on Meta platforms. So it's all just, when you just have to kind of start looking at all the ways that you kind of are being slightly hypocritical. But yeah, it's all about intellectual property rights. And so obviously as a writer, I'm thinking about that all the time. And that's where the debate is. So read it by all means. It's at Nikki Bond and Writers Ramblings. By the time you see this, it will have dropped on my blog. It'll be all over my socials. So that's what I've been writing about and thinking about this week. But I've just had a very busy weekend. I was at a 70th on Friday and I was at an 18th on Saturday. I was out for Sunday lunch yesterday. So I just feel like I'm ready to sort of have a bit of a rest. But there's no rest this week. It's busy. Got all sorts going on. I've got a wedding to go to. I'm in London for the next weekend and for a few days. I've got house stuff happening. I've got people fixing things and stuff. So it's all just, things are happening, lots to do. Calendar's quite busy. And then after this week or next week is over, I'm going to be able to get back to writing, which is going to be something that I'm very excited about, which is good because you get to the point when you've been looking at a piece for a while that you don't want to look at it anymore. I'm desperate to get back to it now. So the break I've had from Lisa McAuliffe has done its job. What else do I need to say? Oh my God. Okay. So there's a program that's on Amazon that I've seen advertised and I've thought, I'm not really into that. Looks a bit naff. And then loads of people told me to watch it and I watched it last night and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Last Swan Laughing. It's hosted by Jimmy Carr, which I read in reviews and people's comments online. Put some people off, fine. But he's not really the main thing. It is Bob Mortimer, it's Joe Wilkinson, it's Lou Sanders, it's Richard Ayoade, it's Harriet Kelmsley, I think her name is. I feel bad if I got her name wrong because I really like her. It's Rob Beckett. It's just very, 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 very funny. And I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my life. I was very surprised at how funny I found it. And there's just a little bit in one of the episodes that's sort of a riff on Stars in Their Eyes where I just felt my head was going to explode because I laughed too hard and then I had to stop and I had to have a wee and I had to wipe my eyes. I've never laughed that hard in my life and now I've built it up and it might not be that funny to anybody else, but I found it hysterical. Like literally, I've never been hysterical before, but I was last night. So anyway, that may have put you off, but it's very funny. And it was exactly what I needed after a busy weekend because you don't have to think, you can just let it wash over you. So that was where I was last night mentally. And I need to stop thinking about the particular thing that set me off because I'll start crying and laughing and looking hideous because it wasn't pretty. Okay, I'm going to go. Have a lovely week, whatever you're doing. It's really sunny and dry at the moment, but I like the fact it's still a little bit chilly. Apparently, it's been really warm in London for the last few weeks, and I'm going to be there next weekend, so hopefully it won't be too warm, because you know what I'm like. Anyway, enjoy what you do, and I will be back next Monday. Okay, bye-bye.